live.
We are?
Yep. So let's get this going here.
Get that going there.
We gotta get this going. We got music going.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we have the music too low when I go back and listen to them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave it up. And then we mute. And then there we are.
There we are.
Give some people just a moment or so to join on a what is today? Tuesday. My garbage ran today.
Okay.
So we'll start. Well, we always start. Who starts?
You.
I do. You.
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 What's up, Facebook people?
Hey, Facebookers.
It's been a while.
Where is everybody?
Hey, Jenny. Hey, we'll get some. Hey, Erica. There'll be some people show up. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hello.
For the people that are showing up. We haven't been able to show up.
Yeah.
Why? We haven't had electricity.
Yeah.
You got to have electricity to run this shit.
Yeah.
So I personally was without electricity for 11 straight days.
I didn't count.
You didn't count?
No.
I did. I counted I counted every day.
Yeah.
11 days. 11 days. No electricity.
Yeah. Did you get knocked out the first time, right? The first storm?
Yeah, and then I was done.
I got back in between.
I did not.
For a little bit. I forget what it was.
Probably a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a day. No, I didn't. I was fucked. I didn't get it. Nope. Never even hinted.
None for this guy.
None. No electricity for this guy.
No soup for you.
That's right. No soup for you. So no, I didn't have any electricity. It never even hinted.
Yeah.
I got my little side-by-side razor out there and drove down Grayton Heights and saw the lines,
Oh,
low,
the trees up. Oh.
and then saw that it was going over a ravine. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a long time before I get any electricity.
Yeah.
So I guess, so the first ice storm came in and knocked our electricity out. And then, like, within 2 days, I drove down there in the Razor and I saw some people working on it. I was like, hey, cool.
Yeah.
They're working on it. Then the next ice storm came.
Yeah.
So they told me, they said there was 3 poles on the left down.
Yeah.
And the second ice storm hit. And then I went back down. I saw them and they said, 2 of the 3 poles that we put up are already back down. It was a wreck, man. The worst.
There's Vince.
Hey, what's up? We got all kinds of people.
Jimmy Thompson.
What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Lori?
Yeah.
I got your joiner over here. Jenny. There's Pammy. Oh, the Mick and Duane show. You want to be on the Mick and Duane show, Pam?
No.
No? Why? You can't interrupt the show. Yeah, we're live. We'll have to look later. All right. Shut my door, please. Anyway, Mick and Duane show.
Famous interruptus.
Famous interruptus. So anyway, you guys that are online, hopefully you have power and water and what else do you need?
That's it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Cool enough.
Cable if you got internet.
Tyler's cable's still out.
Yeah.
Well, it's down in his backyard where he's a limb down it is. He'll be all right.
He'll make it.
He'll be fine. So yeah, unprecedented times for all the people in our area.
Yeah.
The last time this happened was 2009. I don't remember when the ice storms came through, but it was worse this time.
Yeah.
I think I was without power then for 5 days and thought, oh my God. And then this time it was 11. I was like over it.
Yeah. Good time to be a generator salesman, isn't it?
Yeah. I did have a generator. I had gas-fired logs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a full tank on my grill.
Yeah.
And I had a spare
I didn't have a spare.
I had a spare that was full. So I knew I was good. So I could cook some.
Yeah.
You know, not great stuff, but and made a turd. That's all I could do. Dustin, still no power. Who still does not have power? Yeah, looks like something. Jenny says, glad y'all got electric. Do you have it, Jenny? So during the time that we were out, I told you this earlier, so I had no cable, but I could run the generators on my TV. Oh, Jenny got her back yesterday. Awesome. I found a couple boxes of 15-year-old DVDs. So I had something to watch.
Something to watch. Yeah.
You know, it's better than staring at the wall.
Yep. That's what I did.
Stare at the wall.
Yeah. What much else to do?
No. You've been out since 2:11. Yeah, I think that's when mine went out, was 2:11 today. Yeah, I was out 11 days. I got mine back Saturday evening. Johnson Fork, they're working, Vince, because they've got the road closed off between Johnson's Fork and Lakeview.
Yeah.
That's a pretty long way.
Yeah.
Pretty long way. So they're getting you, big boy. They are getting you. So anyone that tunes in that's not from our area, we got hosed. We got hosed. Unprecedented ice storm.
Yeah. Lots of fun.
It's been awful.
Yeah. I had to do was sleep.
Yeah.
Eat.
And fuck. Yeah, if you can get that. If you can talk to the old lady in the left. God bless you. So we're glad, I did read that there was at least two, they haven't released any more, there was at least 2 people that died of hypothermia. Yeah, that didn't have any power or nothing, and that was in the county. So this big storm came across Kentucky, right? What county in the whole state got it worst? The worst? Boyd County. I read that there was 900 AP released. There was 900 trees in the county of Boyd on power lines. 900 trees.
When you go outside, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, one night. Yeah, I just stepped out on my back porch. Does anyone else have any trouble with our audio? I'm not sure. That sounds bad. Should we turn that down? Are we too loud?
Is it us?
Is it us? Can you hear us? Oh, I got
On
this.
with the audio.
Did you mute that? Hey, do we have audio? Do we have audio? Well, some people heard us.
Yeah.
I got some. Hello.
Yes, having trouble.
Hello. Still doing it? Echoing. Well,
Still doing it.
I don't know what to do about that. I'll turn this down.
Echo and static.
Maybe that's a function of, that's better. Lori says that's better. There we go. We're good now.
Okay.
I'm going to turn the music back up a little bit. See if we're good. All right, cool.
Cool.
Are we still good? Good now. All right, better now.
All right. Thanks. Woo.
I punched a couple buttons, but I'm not sure which ones I punched.
Oh, well.
All right, cool enough. So, storm is the big news.
Storm is the big news.
Storm
We
is
looked
the big
up,
news.
Wasn't no music news that we could mention.
No, we went to some of the music sites to see if anybody was doing shit, but
Yeah.
nobody's doing anything. The bands they're recording, they're writing, but they're sitting on their music
Yeah.
because you can't make money selling music anymore because of all the streaming services.
Well, they make it as touring. And
What's up, JB?
JB. Nick Davis.
What's up, Nick?
Digging the threads, Mick. Rush.
I got a brand new. This came in today.
Yeah.
This came in today. This is the 40th anniversary.
Okay.
Damn, how old do you feel?
Pretty old.
40th anniversary of Moving Pictures.
Wow.
So I got that.
Yeah.
I think it's got the tour stuff
Yeah,
on the back.
got something on the back.
Yeah.
World Tour, Moving Pictures Rush. Yep. 81.
1981. Yep. Yep. New digs. New digs. Pretty cool. So the studio has been down for 2 weeks, so we really haven't done shit.
Yeah, we ain't done nothing.
No, haven't done shit.
We're good at that.
Hey,
Reload.
yeah. Hold on. Reload. Give us a second. One second.
We'll be back.
Okay,
Okay.
we're back. Minor delay. Sorry, minor delay. So yeah, we talked about the storm. We talked about nobody's doing any music. Nobody's doing shit.
Nope.
Thankfully,
Wolfgang's been out on a couple shows.
yeah, he did like an acoustic thing.
Kimmel. He's on, what's his name? Kimmel. I can't think of his first name. He played
Jimmy.
on there. Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
And then he played on the Today Show, I think, acoustically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think he's going to release his in June or July. Was going to be September, but I think he moved it up some.
Hey, cool.
Cool music.
Hopefully, we'll be near the end of this shit. Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm waiting. I want my vaccine.
Yeah.
Pam's already got hers. She's already had both doses. She's good. She's good. I'm trying. I want to get mine. I want to get my vaccine. I'm not a non-vaxxer. I had 2 last year.
Yeah.
Flu and Tdap. So another.
Nathan Frame coming.
What's up, Nate?
Nate.
So another vaccine. Let me have it.
Let me have it.
Let me have it.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. I'm good to go.
Jenny got hers too.
Jenny's got, yeah, she's in healthcare, yeah. So I should get mine pretty soon since I'm in energy, working energy.
Yep.
So Nick,
I gotta wait till
he's pharmacist.
Phase 2, I think.
Yeah, I'm in 1C.
1C.
That's the next one. They say March 1st starts 1C. March 1st. So come on, vaccine. All right, so let's move on to some trivia. Who's ready for some trivia?
Oh.
Should my age qualify me? No, Dustin.
Dustin Dennison.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably should, as old as you are.
I'm what, 2 weeks older than you?
Yeah.
2 weeks. Maybe 3. You're what's your birthday? 24th?
Yeah.
24th? So 3 weeks. I'm
Yeah.
3 weeks. I'm exactly 3 weeks older than you. So you should respect your elders.
I should, but I don't.
You should, but you don't.
Okay.
All right, let's jump in. Let's jump into a little bit of trivia.
I can hear some Four Skulls in the background.
Yeah, I got an echo. Is it? Where is that? Is that here? I don't know. I hear it. Nick,
Yeah.
Yep, Nick's a May baby. Hey, we were almost born in the summer of love, all of us. 1967, the summer of love.
Yeah.
We were close.
Close. Close enough for who's for.
A lot. May is 5, and then what's 4? So there was a lot of friggin' going on about October of '66.
Yep.
Must have been something in the air that time.
I guess.
I don't know what's going on.
Our old dads got lucky.
Yeah. Get it while you can.
Yep.
All right. Let's jump into some trivia just to keep us interested here. Okay. When was heavy metal first developed? The late 50s and 60s, the late 60s and 70s, or the late 70s and 80s? When was heavy metal first developed? I'm pretty sure that it was the late 60s and early 70s.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm leaning towards myself.
So we can click there. And yes, we are correct.
Late 60s and
Yep,
early 70s.
60s and 70s. Yep, Jan A got it. Jan A, I say
Jan
that.
A.
So when I was off, we watched Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
We had the DVD. Let's watch Forrest Gump again. Why the hell not? Jenny, oh slut. Not you, Jenny. The Jenny on Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
All right. Who is widely considered to be the first metal band in existence? What's up, Chris? What's up, man? All right. So who is widely considered to be the first metal band to exist in the world?
In the world.
Skinny Puppy, Morbid Angel,
Morbid Angel,
or Black Sabbath? Duh.
Duh.
The answer would be Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. Which album is not an album by Metallica? Meteora? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Meteora?
If not, we're going with it.
Right. Saint Anger?
Or Master of
Or
Puppets.
Or Master of Puppets. Which one of those 3 is not a Metallica album? I'm going with A. Meteora.
Meteora.
That is not a Metallica album. Okay, all right. Heavy metal music enjoyed the height of its popularity in which decade? The 70s, the 80s, or the 90s?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I know this.
If you want a heavy metal.
Heavy metal. What?
Okay.
What decade? 70s, 80s, or 90s? Which one was the height of metal?
Well, it depends on how you define metal, I guess. I would say 70s.
I'd say negative. I'd say 80s. 80s was the metal decade.
Was it?
Come on, feel the noise, all that shit.
That's considered metal?
Yeah, that's metal. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I thought that was hair metal. Well, it's still metal.
It's still metal.
It's still metal.
Jenny says 70s. Nick says 80s. All right, so I'm getting ready to click and find out. And I know what's going to say. The 80s.
The 80s.
The 80s. That's the metal.
That's when
Yep, 89s, 80s. Yep, 80s, man. 80s was the metal, man.
The years, the decade of decadence.
Yeah, like Quiet Riot was like the first.
Yeah. Come on, feel the noise. Yeah.
Come on, yeah, Metal Hell.
Opened it up for everybody else.
Right. They were like the first. They were like the first metal to hit the charts.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oops.
All right. Which heavy metal trend thrived in English during the early 80s in English? You think that meant England?
That may be England, yeah.
Which heavy metal trend thrived in England during the early... Okay, heavy hardcore. Oh. Okay, so happy hardcore. I know this. New wave of British heavy metal. It was like an acronym. NWOB blah 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 death metal. So that's new wave of British heavy metal.
New wave of British. Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of silly.
Silly
All right.
question.
Next question.
We'll skip that one.
Yeah, disco sucks. Yeah, damn right. Disco sucks. I need to order me a shirt that says "Disco sucks" for a Mick and Duane show.
Yeah.
Disco sucks.
All right, number 6.
All right, number 6, Symphony of Destruction. Symphony of Destruction is a song by whom? Napalm Death, Megadeth, or Linkin Park? I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait as people answer.
And then after that, I do have some news.
You do?
Yeah, I do have a little bit of news.
Have a little bit of news?
I have a little bit of news.
All right.
Yes, Megadeth. All right, so Dave Mustaine, he's jumped around with guitar brands.
Yeah.
I think Dean was his last one. So they just announced that he is now partnering with Gibson.
Yeah.
But who does Gibson own? They own Kramer. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a Kramer line come out for
Right.
Dave Mustaine. I think that's what he's going to go with. They make. I don't know if they'll make a flying V just for him or whatever. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see. But I did see a story about Dave Mustaine and Kramer
Okay.
today. So he should have some pretty cool guitars come out.
All right, next, number 7.
Nah, that don't look that interesting.
That's not interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
we'll skip it. Number 8.
Okay, number 8. Who is the vocalist for Led Zeppelin? Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, or Robert Plant?
Yep.
Wow, that's really hard.
Really hard.
That's
Let me
really
think.
hard.
I don't know.
What do you think? Who's Led Zeppelin's singer? We all know that is Robert Plant. Okay. This one's
Number 9.
number 9. What American heavy metal band is known for songs like Nightmare, Hail to the King, Buried Alive? Is that Avenged Sevenfold, My Chemical Romance, or Panic at the Disco? I always thought that name sucked. Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
That's a terrible name. What American heavy metal band is known for Nightmare? Nightmare should give it away.
Avenged.
Yeah, that's Avenged Sevenfold. Absolutely. I don't know any Diamond Head. Do you?
I don't know. what
Which of
Diamond
the
Head-
following? Well, maybe they
What
know.
do you
it.
guys do?
Which of the following is not a song by Diamond Head? In the End, Call Me, Four Cuts EP, or Sweet and Innocent? I don't know any Diamond Head. I'm not a.
I've never heard of Diamond Head myself.
You never heard? I've heard of them.
You've heard of them?
I've heard of them.
All right.
They're kind of weird.
Click to see the answer.
Yeah, click to see the answer. Okay.
Anybody got it?
In the End is
In
not
the
a
End.
song by them.
Yeah.
Which of the following not a. Yeah, I don't know any Diamond Head. Sorry.
Boy, that bridged the spectrum from the lead singer of Led Zeppelin to Diamond Head.
Yeah. Well. Diamond Head is an underground band that's really pretty popular, but
Okay.
it's just not on our radar.
Okay.
You know, it's just not. Just is not.
All right, number 12.
All right.
Are we going to do that one?
No. Number 11.
Number 11, yeah.
Which heavy metal band does not have a self-titled album?
All right.
Rammstein, or is it Rammstein? I don't know. Slipknot or Testament? I'm gonna say Slipknot. Do they have an album called just Slipknot? All I know is one song of theirs.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan.
No.
Testament. Damn it.
Oh,
Damn.
we missed.
Oops. Okay. Here's something kind of cool. Okay. So Dave Mustaine is known as the vocalist, songwriter, and lead guitarist of Megadeth. Why does he hate Metallica? Why does Dave Mustaine hate Metallica?
He does not like their lyrics. He was fired from the band. See, Metallica stole his ideas.
Why does Dave Mustaine hate Metallica?
Why?
They fired his
He was
ass.
fired. He was fired from the band.
He was fired from the band. So cool story on that.
Yep.
I don't know where the hell they were. And it was his drinking
Yeah.
and drug use.
Yeah.
You know, his
Usual stuff.
his substance abuse on why they let him go.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually like Megadeth better than Metallica
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
But the famous thing was, you know, Dave, we're gonna let you go from the band,
Yeah.
and we're gonna send you home. And he says, "When does my plane leave?" And they handed him a bus ticket.
A bus ticket.
So not only fire him, they stuck him on a bus for 20 hours.
Oh, shit.
All right, so I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong again, but Apparently, these guys are bigger.
Somewhere else.
They're like way big over there.
When I took German, like the E is before the I, so which comes first gets pronounced. So it should be Ramstein according to that rule.
Okay.
But
where'd you take German?
in Boyd County, so
Boyd County?
take it for what it's worth.
From which country does Rammstein, right?
Yeah.
Rammstein come from? What country? Germany, Sweden, or Denmark? Rammstein.
Rammstein. Sounds better to say Rammstein.
So should it be Frankenstein? Frankenstein?
Yeah. So it's just like the I before E in English.
I before E, except after C.
Yeah. That don't always apply in English either.
Right. True. So Rammstein,
whichever it is.
What country are they from? I know they're from Germany. Yeah. And they've got the biggest stage shit I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Remember U2?
Yeah.
How big theirs was?
Yeah.
Rammstein's dwarfs it.
Wow.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
Oh.
More Rammstein
questions.
Skip.
Let's skip that.
Skip. All right. Oh. Which blues guitarist has a heavy influence on heavy metal music with his mesmerizing extended guitar solos? Gary Moore, Eric Clapton, or Robert Johnson? So a blues guitarist. So Gary Moore's blues.
Yeah. A lot of people quote him as an influence. But...
Yeah, and Johnson. With mesmerizing extended guitar solos. This is kind of tough.
Gary Moore, I think.
I would think Gary Moore. He was a monster.
Or Clapton. Clapton didn't have extended leads though.
I don't know. Gary Moore was a monster, man.
Yeah.
Nathan's saying Robert Johnson. Did he have extended guitar solos though? I'm going with Gary Moore.
Okay.
Who you think?
Yeah, that's what I was choosing too. So we'll go with Gary Moore.
The popular answer would be Clapton.
Yeah.
Let's see who's right, who's wrong.
Nope.
Clapton. Okay. Yeah. He did.
Right.
He did. I like Clapton's early stuff. When he got to Derek and the Dominoes, I didn't so much like him.
Yeah.
I don't know when he had his psychedelic SG painted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
that was during good shit there. Yeah. Okay, which form of music mixing with rock music is considered to be the predecessor of heavy metal? Okay, so which genre is considered the predecessor of heavy metal? Blues, folk, or marching music? So we all know that the blues is the basis for rock and roll. Mm-hmm. So this is not really a good question because blues is the formation of rock and roll, which then rock and roll is the predecessor to heavy metal. But I always hated this question that they always compared, you wouldn't have rock and roll without blues music. Well, take it back to the fucking caveman. You wouldn't have fucking blues music without some guy in a cave beating on a rock with a stick.
Yeah.
You know? So that's always kind of pissed me off. And they're gonna say blues. Yeah, sure, blues. But where did blues come from? You know, blues came from. It all came from a caveman beating on a rock with a fucking stick.
Yep.
That's where it all came from. All right.
Gotta have the beat.
That's right. Gotta have the beat. There was a guy with a Rickenbacker in the back. Nah, let's look through these. Here, let's go to this. What event started the breakup of Led Zeppelin? Let's not even give them. Maybe we will.
All right.
Okay, so why did Led Zeppelin break up? Was it a fight between some of the members? Was it the death of a member? Was it a dispute with the manager?
Ooh. 3 good choices.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
I know. Why did Led Zeppelin break up, people? What happened? John Bonham died.
He died.
John Bonham died. That's why they broke up.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna know that, even though I love them. The wife just bought me a Ghost T-shirt.
Did she?
Yeah, I love Ghost.
In which year did the Swedish rock band Ghost release the debut album Opus? What? Eponymous.
Eponymous. I have no idea, but I like their music. 2010.
2010.
Damn.
Wow.
They've been around 10 years.
Yep.
All right, let's just do a few more. Oh, here we go, Duane. Let's see if you know this.
I don't know.
What is the main role of a bass guitarist in a heavy metal band?
Get along with the melody.
Play the E string.
Play the E string.
What is the main role? Okay. Do you go along with the melody? Do you follow the drummer? Or do you fill out the song in metal? Which one?
Follow the drummer.
That's 70s.
That's 70s.
That's 70s.
Fill out the song.
I think it's filling out the song.
Yeah. Filling out the song.
Yep.
Play the E string.
Play the E string. Play the E. Play the E.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's skip. This quiz isn't bad, is it?
No. That's easy.
Who is widely known as the most successful heavy metal band of all time? Metallica, Led Zeppelin, or the Scorpions? I don't consider Led Zeppelin metal. I don't consider the Scorpions metal.
Yeah.
You know, there's
I think they're going
hard
to say
rock.
Led Zeppelin, though.
Nope, I think we'll say Metallica.
Metallica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most successful. Successful would mean
selling more albums.
Selling albums.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Metallica. Nathan says Metallica.
Yep.
Metallica. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that right there, the lyrics. So let's go on. All right, let's do one more. What do you think?
Okay.
One more. I don't give a shit about that. That's some pretty good music in the background, though.
It is.
Some Four Skulls, I mean.
Yeah. 4 Skulls.
Yeah. I don't know this. I'm curious. So, what is the meaning of the name Kitty? A Canadian band, all female. Kitty. I can't remember. They had one song out. Seether.
Yeah.
That was the name of the song. Can't fight the Seether. Kitty. Yeah, you've heard the song.
Okay.
I'll pull it up. What's it mean? What's Kitty mean? It's just a random name. All the members love cats. Or it seems contradictory. I have no clue. Sounds contradictory. Kitty. All right, that was weird. All right. Last question. I don't know this. All right. Judas Priest, their name was chosen based on whose song? Where did Judas Priest get their name? It was from a song from
who?
One of these artists. Bob Dylan, the Beatles, or the Rolling Stones? I want some help.
I don't know.
Judas Priest got their name from a song. And it was either by Bob Dylan or the Beatles or the Rolling Stones. I do not know this.
I'm going to say the Beatles, though.
Jesus Priest.
My
I don't know.
questioning answer is the Beatles.
Tim Griffith says Rolling
Stones.
The Strolling Bones.
Dustin says
the Beatles. Anybody else got a guess?
Anyone?
Anyone?
Bueller?
Bueller. Let's see who. All right.
All right.
I've got no guess. I have no clue. Here we
Here we
go.
go. Bob Dylan.
You're both wrong.
We're both wrong, yeah.
The dickheads. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan obviously had a song with a name about Judas Priest.
I just thought it was an expression.
I did too.
You stump your
Judas
toe.
Priest.
No, Judas Priest.
Yeah, like I say, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Priest. I don't know.
Oh, that's where it came from.
Anyway, hey people, thanks for tuning in on a Tuesday.
Yep, nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do. Mick and Duane show. A little trivia. Not much music news going on. We thank everyone for tuning in and hanging out. So we'll end the show like we always do.
All right.
I start on the beginning.
Okay.
That's how we'll do it.
All right.
I start at the beginning of the show.
And I start at the
You
end.
start at the end.
You.
You.
There we go.
We're out. Be good, guys. Later.
Love you. Mean it.
Whoops.